Here we are in chapter 10 of the Used Car Manager's Ultimate Playbook. Chapter 10 is Accountability Systems. Inspect what you expect. Accountability isn't a meeting, it's a system. Let's get something straight. Accountability isn't about yelling numbers at people every morning. It's about clarity, rhythm, and consequences that drive behavior. If your managers and salespeople don't know exactly what's expected, how it's measured, and when it's reviewed, you're running on hope, not process. Rule number one, hope is not a management strategy. A strong accountability system keeps everyone focused on controllables, the small actions that create the big results. So, second point, what real accountability looks like. Accountability isn't did we sell enough? It's did we make our calls? Did we book our appointments? Did we log every TO? Did we complete recon in 3 days? Did we hit pricing targets? And here's the real truth. You're going to have a lot of people tell you that, oh, you don't want to be that manager that beats up your salespeople or your service team. It's not even that. A lot of the times, all you're doing is like a good coach and how passionate you are. Nick Saban say. He says some quote to the effect that, when you have passion, some people might misconstrue that as being aggressive when all you're doing is trying to teach them how to be better and get better. And some people may look at both those types of managers and look at them like they're the same one, and they're really not. Um, you have to be able to coach and push your team to be better. A coach isn't there to make friends. They're there to push you out of your comfort zone and push you into things that you never thought you were even capable of. That's what a good coach is. If you can't measure it daily, it doesn't belong in your accountability plan. So rule number two, you can't hold people accountable for results, only for behavior that creates them. Point three, the accountability pyramid. Everything starts with structure. You've got everything from the store level, manager level, sales BDC level. At every level, you have to have extreme focus. So store level, you've got profit volume, CSI, 100 used month, 4.5% return on sales, 30% net to gross. At a manager level, you need process execution, appointments, time to front line, aged percent. Sales BDC level, you have daily activities, calls, contacts, appointments set, TOs. Each level should feed the next, not fight it. If your daily activities don't align with your monthly goals, you're wasting motion. So, rule number three, the goal drives the plan drives the day. Fourth point, daily accountability, the rhythm of execution. A store that won, a store that wins runs on rhythm, not randomness. You can't just go in there and say, "Hey, I need you to do this," and then the next week it's change your mind. Oh, let's do it this way. And you have to have structure. You can't just be random about it. So every day should look like this, and it should include your daily morning touch point, 15 minutes, yesterday's appointments, shows sold, pending deals, hot inventory, and hot inventory that needs action. You have to stay on top of this stuff because especially the ones that it's a hot unit and it's a unicorn and you want to get that one to the front line, you have to be on top of your game. That's how you're going to make the most of that opportunity. Midday check, 5 minutes, internet phone, lead status, recon and photo delays, price rank report on the top 10 units, and the end of day recap. Another super important piece to this is your daily sales count. So you look at the end of the day and say, okay, what's my daily sales count? How many appointments booked for tomorrow? Missed opportunities, no TOs, missed calls, no shows, and then recap. Okay, guys, what did we do? What did we do? How did we come up short? And that's it. Short, tight, and consistent. So rule number four, if you can't cover it in 30 minutes, you're managing confusion, not clarity. These meetings shouldn't take that long. As long as you're consistent day in, day out, and you have that set cadence of how you're going to follow up with these or follow up with your team, that's how you're going to be successful. and stay disciplined doing it every day. Manager level accountability, the scoreboard. Your managers need their own scoreboard, not buried in a spreadsheet or CRM report that nobody even looks at. Here's what a manager's weekly dashboard should look like or should track. So you have to have category, metric, target, do a quick little line, one that's broken down by sales performance, process execution, inventory health, profit metrics. And then you for sales performance, you need to know your units sold, 20 to 35 per desk. Average front gross is that 1,500, 2 grand, 3 grand. What is it? Process execution, TO percent, is it 90% or greater? Internet response time needs to be, under 15 minutes. Realistically, it needs to be under a minute. Recon time has to be in within 3 days. And then you have to have your 15 and 45-day walk compliance 100% of the time. Inventory health, average days in stock under 35 days. That's your goal. 45-day cars, you need to have under 10%. And profit metrics, net to gross, is it 30% or higher? Return on sales, 4.5%. So you need to review every Monday morning, no excuses, no surprises. And rule number 5, what's on the board gets done, what's not gets forgotten. So think about that. If you're not looking at it, you're forgetting about it. That's your blind spot. You're not paying attention. So here's a 6th point: sales and BDC accountability, the lead chain. If sales and BDC aren't held to process, your marketing dollars are wasted. If you don't have a process for this, it's easy to blow through 5, 10, 15, 100 grand, and you don't want to lose that kind of money. The lead chain is simple: lead, contact, appointment, show, sold. You should know the ratios. Cold. Contact rate, you need to be at a 100% contact rate. If you have 100 leads, you need to contact every one of those. Make sure they're being contacted 100% of the time. Set rates 40%. If you have 100 leads, you need to have 40 appointments off that. Appointment show rate, 65% need to show up. So that's 13 show up. And sold rate, 60%. So you end up selling 8 of those 13. So lead to sale rate at minimum, it needs to be at 8%. But the best stores are at 15, 20%. So if this is just, the baseline, if you're not at the baseline, you need help. And if you fall short, don't ask, why didn't we sell more? Ask, which link in the chain is broken? So rule number 6, the numbers tell the story. Your job is to fix the plot. Number 7, the manager's 5 accountability questions. Every good used car manager should be asking their team these 5 questions every week. Are our cars online 72 hours upon arrival? Are we hitting our daily appointment targets? Are our photos and prices competitive? Are our aged units being addressed weekly? Are TOs being logged and reviewed? If the answer is no, that's your to-do list, not your excuse list. Rule number 7, accountability questions aren't personal, they're directional. And some people, you give them that type of direction, they think, "Oh my goodness, this guy's picking on me." No, you're helping them. You're going to push them to get stronger and better. And the 8th point, the power of the scoreboard culture. People compete when they can see a score. That's why you should post visible scoreboards in sales and managers' offices. Example, internet lead response times by rep, sales leaderboard by unit and gross, recon times by VIN, aged cars by manager. When you make performance public, you create healthy pressure. When you keep it private, you create complacency. Rule number 8, if it's important, make it visible. Tell everybody. Make sure everybody knows where they're at and how they can get better. And in turn, you all get better. Point 9, building consequence without conflict. Now, this is not the easiest one, right? So it's going to be a little tricky, but when you frame it this way, you can accomplish a lot. So here it is. Accountability without consequence is just conversation. But consequence doesn't mean yelling. It means consistency. Here's the right way to handle performance gaps. So you have a gap, response, and action, right? So process missed, no TO mislead, right? So you miss that process first time you equal a coach. You review why it happened. Sit with the salesperson, manager, hey, figure out what happened. And if you get another repeated miss, second time, document it. Set specific target for next week. Say, hey, look, this happened. We need to correct it. It's a chronic miss, which would be a third time consequence. Reduce lead flow, pay adjustment, or formal review. This creates professional, performance-driven environment, not an emotional one. And then I didn't put the fourth one, but the fourth consequence we should know. You got 3 strikes and you're out. So rule number 9, accountability isn't punishment, it's protection for the culture. Super important. If you don't hold people to a standard, then you don't have a standard. Manager checklist. This is what you should have daily, weekly, and monthly. Daily, this is what you need to review every day. Review response times and lead statuses. Verify all ROs approved and recon in motion. Spot check aged inventory progress. Super important. That aged inventory, that should be one of your all-time clouds over your head to try to make sure you're turning your inventory. Weekly, run accountability meeting with each manager, review performance versus dashboard metrics, recognize the top performer, address bottom performers. Monthly, audit all accountability metrics for trend lines, reset goals and expectations for next 30 days, adjust pay lines if behavior needs correction. And nobody likes it, pay adjustments. However, if they can't get the job done, you've got to, fastest way to change a behavior, change a pay plan. Bottom line, accountability isn't about control, it's about freedom. When your team knows the standard and the scoreboard, then they can self-correct without chaos. Stores that win don't have motivated people, they have measured ones. Measured people win because they always know where they stand. So final rule, you don't get what you expect, you get what you inspect. When everyone in your store understands that principle from BDC to managers, you'll stop chasing results and start engineering them.